Hello, Capricorn, and welcome to Paula B Energy. So glad that you're here. This is a general reading for the sign of Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising signs. You'll want to take a look at the other videos to get a more clear, complete picture of how the energies of February are going to play out for you. So thank you for being here. And also remember that this is a general reading for the sign of Capricorn. So not everything is going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. Take what resonates with you and just leave the rest. That's for somebody else. Okay, Capricorn, let's see what's coming up for you in the month of February. We are going to start out with a couple of cards for your recent past. That's, the energies of what's been going on for you for like the last 6 weeks or so. Ooh, and a whole bunch of cards came out. And then we're going to have cards for the current energy. We are going to have some cards of what are your challenges for this month. We are going to have some cards for what is your outcomes. And then what does Spirit want you to know? And finally, we're going to finish up with an oracle card. So I hope you'll stick around for that. There we are. Okay, interesting. There's some cards that have been coming out for a lot of the signs. So I think some of you are going through some of the same things, which is very interesting. All right, Capricorn, your first card for your recent energy is the excuse me, that was too close. The Eight of Cups. Now, the Eight of Cups, what we see with cups, of course, cups are corresponding to the element of water, which is our emotions. And we see someone who is standing there. He's got all those cups that are behind him. And he is walking away. So this is walking away to seek further emotional fulfillment. Looks like maybe you might have been walking away from a person, place, or situation in the recent past, or this might be happening right now, Capricorn. And you're doing this because while those experiences were great, they no longer fulfill you and you need something more. That's okay. We're on a pattern of growth, right? That's what we're here to do. So this is what's currently happening. And in conjunction with this, you've got the Queen of Swords. So this actual walking away that you've been doing has been because that you have discerned something. The Queen of Swords is the Queen of Discernment. Swords correspond to the element of air, and that has to do with our thoughts and our mental processes. So the Queen is able to look at all the facts logically. She still has emotions, yes, but she's much more concerned with the facts and being able to clearly see a situation for exactly what it is. So it looks like in your recent past, Capricorn, you have had to look long and hard to see the situation for what it is and discovered that perhaps it was not exactly what you needed. And that's okay. We move forward to what we need. Moving into the current energy, you have the Knight of Pentacles. Now, the Knight of Pentacles, Pentacles corresponds to the element of earth, which is all about being grounded and safe and secure. It is a slower energy. Nothing wrong with that. You are actually an earth sign, so this is you showing up in the reading. And Capricorn, it's all about slow and steady wins the race. So you may be in a season right now where you have a plan, and you're executing that plan, you're taking those steps, you're doing the things, and it might take a little while. It might feel like it's, kind of slow and plodding, but you are making progress, and that is what you need to focus on. In order to do that, part of your current energy is that you have a lot of passions and interests, and sometimes that can be really, really distracting. What we have here is the Five of Wands, and we see these 5 young men who are learning how to fight, right? And they're not using swords, they're using wands. Wands have to do with fire, the energy of passion, drive, action, right? Taking actions. And they're actually learning how to fight with these basically sticks. But there's a lot of action going on, and they're not actually being super effective, right? If all of those wands were going in the same direction, then there might be some effective action happening. But what we see here, because wands is also about desires, right? What we see here is like 5 different desires. Each one of those people has a different way that they want to do it. They're not unified. So your current energy may be, hey, I've got this plan, but whoop, I have this other thing I'm interested in. Oh, I got this other thing I really want to do. Oh, look at that. I need to work on that too. That is not going to serve you this month, Capricorn. It is going to be better for you to just focus and continue with your plan. Your challenge is going to be the change. And I think this is really apropos because Capricorn really doesn't like change all that much. I mean, they can change, but they prefer slow change to quick change. The Death card is the card of change, right? Death is a change from one state to another state, the material to the spiritual, the living to what we would consider non-living, at least in the material realm. And it is the card of transformation. Often this card is depicted as a butterfly, that complete and utter change. So your challenge this month is that changes are coming. Change is here, and I hate to tell you this, Capricorn, but change is the only constant. So if you can accept that change is the only constant, it'll make your life a little bit more smooth. You are going to have an additional challenge of having to look at the truth of a couple of things. So this card, the Two of Swords, shows someone who has her eyes covered up. She cannot see the truth that is in front of her. These swords represent logic and truth, and there's two different things. So you may have a choice between two different paths or things that you're needing to look at, or it could just be that you are thinking a lot and having to accept the truth about something. Be willing to take the blindfold off. It might just be you have to accept the truth about change. Sorry about that. I know. It'd be nice if things would stay. When things are good, it'd be nice when they would stay that way, right? All right. Now, in your outcome, if you are able to accept the truth and move through the change, and of course, implement your plan, which you're really, really good at, then you come to the Six of Swords. Now, keep in mind, here she's got her swords with her, right? So she's accepted the truth. In fact, she's carrying that truth with her in the boat. Those are her thoughts. Those are her logical conclusions and clear thinking that she's come to. But notice that she's not looking back. She is looking forward. Her eyes are on the prize. She is moving towards her goal. She's not going to let anything stop her. She is going to create the life that she desires. Yes, it's going to be a change. It's going to be different from what she had before. That's okay because she has embraced the change and is moving forward. What is that going to take? Well, in order to get that outcome, you got to have all the actions. And Eight of Wands is about actions. Interesting, you've had Eight of Cups and Eight of Wands. So 2 eights. So you're really working towards, those fulfillment, actually. Actions here in this sense is what actions are you taking towards your goals? Wands is fire energy. It is about desires, passions. It is about the actions we take. It is also about our connection to spirit because fire has to do with spirit. So how are you connecting to spirit? Are you doing that? Because that's part of your job here. Looks like you have kind of a month where a lot of what's happening is mentally, internal, accepting things, and then like coming out to the physical and making it happen. Kind of interesting. Okay, what does Spirit want you to know? Well, first off, you've got the Five of Pentacles. Now, the Five of Pentacles is, 5 is always kind of conflict energy of some kind. And in this, what we see is conflict energy as far as resources are concerned. Now, this could mean that you actually have a conflict with your resources. That's always a possibility with the Five of Pentacles. But more often than not, this has to do with our focus. What are we focused on? We see these people, they're outside this church. They are cold. They are hungry. They are not taking advantage of the sanctuary that is within. They could, if they weren't so focused on, woe is me, I'm tired and cold and hungry. Wah, wah. Okay, so whenever this card comes out, it is always the time to ask yourself, what are you focusing on? What are you thinking about? Are you thinking about what you don't have? Or are you thinking about what you would like to have? That's very simple, but often we don't stop to ask ourselves that question. We get into a rut of thinking the same thing over and over again. So, Spirit is asking you, what are you thinking about? What are you moving towards? Are you constantly thinking about what you don't have or what you haven't accomplished yet? Capricorn's really good at manifesting, but that's because they tend to really drive themselves into just go, 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 go. And sometimes it's a little harder than it needs to be because they're focused on how much they haven't accomplished yet. Just a little tip. All right. And then your other card from Spirit is the Moon. So this is the card of the sign of Cancer. In fact, all water signs. It has to do with emotions. It also has to do with the subconscious, the things that are hidden, the things, that we see by the light of the moon that look so much different than they do under the light of the sun. Now, the light of the moon, what is it? It's a reflective light, yes? It's actually, the moon is reflecting the light of the sun, just in a more indirect way than when we receive the rays of the sun. So this card can often indicate some hidden or subconscious desires or emotions or motives. So it's time to analyze yourself and what you really want and what is motivating you. Okay, what is motivating you? That's your key. They just screamed that in my head. What is motivating you? Why are you doing what you're doing? Whatever your goal is, why? Why do you want that thing? Is it because you just like the satisfaction of doing the thing? Is it because you're wanting to get praise or love or attention from someone? Is it just for personal satisfaction or because you need this thing accomplished so that you can complete this other thing? Are you serving yourself or humanity in some way? All of these things are what you need to ask yourself. Why are you doing it? The why is going to help you be able to do the how if you can figure out why. Ooh. Okay. In fact, I'm writing that down. Why? All right. I know, that's weird. I like to write things down because, not only is this a message for you, it's a message for me too. Okay. So let's look over the categories. We're going to start with relationships first. It looks like possibly some of you have been walking away from relationships. And I say relationships, I not only mean romantic relationships, but friendships and business relationships as well. So all the things in the relationship category. It's possible that you've walked away from some of that. You've got this Eight of Cups, or looking for emotional fulfillment. Something about the relationship you recognized a truth about the relationship that wasn't, quite right, and you're walking away. You've made your plan. You're moving forward. I will say that a lot of you got this Knight of Pentacles. So for some of you, it's an earth sign coming towards you. I'm going to say for Capricorn specifically, it's not an earth sign coming towards you. It might be a fire sign or more than one, and they're a little dazzling, and it's kind of hard to make up your mind if that's the person that you want to be with. So keep that in mind because those fire signs, they are spicy. All right. And so for those of you who are looking for love, it looks like you will have someone come in for you probably towards the end of the month, but it's not going to be until you can get right up here with exactly why and what you want in a relationship. And that includes love, friendship, business. We'll come to the business partnership in a minute. Okay, so then health. It looks like you have made some big decisions about health, and you have kind of walked away from maybe some things that felt like they were good, but they really weren't good for you physically or for your health. And now you've made a plan and you're moving forward. Don't let yourself be distracted. This is going to mean a big change, and you're going to find later, you're going to look back and go, wow, that was a huge change for me. But you are going to have to accept some truths, and you cannot look back. Once you set your foot on this path, you're going to have to move forward and keep going. You're going to be able to conquer it, But you've got to stay in that focus of what do I want? And this is how I'm going to get there. That, these actions, the actions you're going to take, the Eight of Wands. Okay, now in the department of wealth, that's career, finances, jobs, businesses, all that stuff. It looks like you're looking for something that really is going to emotionally fulfill you a little bit more. And you've made a plan for that. You've had to recognize some truths. Maybe you've had to walk away from a job. It looks like some of you have, actually, because you recognize, hey, this isn't for me. I'm not feeling fulfilled here. It could be possible that some of you are making a huge change. We've got the Death card here. This is the transformation change. Some of you may be making a complete career change, totally. Some of you may be walking away from a job and opening your own business. That is a very big possibility. Or some of you are retiring. Yay. In any event, you're moving forward. You've got, if I could get it up, you've got the Six of Swords here. You're moving forward. Your key is going to be to keep taking the actions to go towards what your goal is. Do not get in a lack mentality. Oh, I don't have this. Oh, I don't have that. Don't do that. Again, why? Ask yourself, why? Why do I want this? What is the purpose of having this thing or doing this thing? What is it going to bring me? What kind of experience do I want to have? Why do I want that kind of experience? Whew. Oh my, that's a lot of work, Capricorn, I'm going to say. However, you can do it. You're very good at that. You're good at manifesting. Okay, so now we are going to have a lovely oracle card. I kind of like this for you, Capricorn. You're not afraid of hard work, okay? I know you're not. You're not afraid of hard work. So this is no big deal to you. You can do that. Other signs would go, oh my God, that's too much work. Not you. You're like, yeah, bring it. I know how to work. In fact, you guys live for work often. Sometimes a little bit too much, I'm going to say. But in this instance, no. You've got it under control. You can do it. Now, your oracle card is unexpected. And we're going to do a little bibliomancy here. I'm just going to look down through and see what words jump off the page at me. Let's see. Unexpected. So much of the world mistakenly believes there is a lack of resources. Holding a scarcity belief can be quite painful and cause unnecessary fear and desperation. An attitude of abundance recognizes there are always new chances, unexpected windfalls, and opportunities on the way. There is never just one opportunity, a lone choice, or a single chance. The number of opportunities matches the number of stars in the sky. Ah, I love it. Expect something wonderful to happen soon. All right, I like that. And I feel like that oracle card was really talking about the Five of Pentacles, which is all about lack of resources, right? They're being in that mindset of lack of resources, but there's never a lack of resources. We have everything that we need. You always have everything you need. It's all there. It's just sometimes we don't recognize it. Wow, Capricorn, I think this is going to be a good month for you. I really like it. You've got some work to do, but you're not afraid of it. You can do it. Just keep asking yourself why. And that'll keep you on track. All right. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed the reading. And if you did and you want to check it out for next month, ding the little notification bell. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up and share the channel so we can grow and create some community. I want to hear your comments. What happened during the month for you? What did your question why? What did that turn up for you? I'm curious to know. So I hope you'll share that with me. And thank you all for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye.